There are places on our planet that feel like they belong to a different time. They are not governed by our clocks or our maps. Here, the world is still being made, shaped by forces far greater than us. This is one such place, a land born from water and silt, where the line between the earth and the sea is a suggestion, not a boundary. The air is thick with the scent of salt and wet soil. It is a place of immense beauty and immense danger. To enter it is to step into a story that began long before we did, a story written in mud, wind, and water. Every journey here is a gamble, a surrender to the wild heart of nature. The sun hangs low, a burning orange eye in a hazy sky. It casts long, distorted shadows across an endless expanse of green. This is not the gentle green of a meadow. It is a deep, primal green, the color of life fighting for every inch of existence. The land is a labyrinth of mangrove roots, twisted and gnarled like the knuckles of ancient giants. They rise from dark, brackish water that mirrors the sky, blurring the world into a dream. There is a stillness here, a heavy silence that makes you aware of your own heartbeat. It is the kind of quiet that comes just before something happens. This is a world of contrasts, of blinding light and profound darkness. When the sun is high, it beats down with an unforgiving heat, bleaching the landscape and making the air shimmer. But in the deep shade of the forest, a cool, damp darkness prevails. Light struggles to pierce the canopy, sending down only a few golden shafts that illuminate floating dust motes and the iridescent wings of a dragonfly. The ground is a soft, yielding carpet of fallen leaves, hiding the secrets of the forest floor. To walk here is to feel the immense weight of the life that surrounds you, both seen and unseen. The journey inward is slow. It must be. The waterways are the only true paths, winding like dark veins through the body of the land. Each turn reveals a new vista, another seemingly identical wall of green. But it is not identical. Every tree, every root, every shadow is unique. The air itself feels ancient, filled with the exhalations of millions of plants. There is a sense of being watched, not by a single pair of eyes, but by the forest itself. It is a living, breathing entity, and we are merely small, temporary guests in its vast, chaotic home. This is a place where you do not conquer, you simply endure. If you're enjoying this journey into the wild heart of Bangladesh, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking adventures and stories from the edge of the world. Join us as we explore the extraordinary, one story at a time. Water is the lifeblood and the master of this domain. It is everywhere. It flows in wide, lazy rivers that carry the silt of distant mountains. It seeps from the mud, creating pools of black, still water that reflect the dense canopy above. It falls from the sky in sudden, violent downpours that turn the world into a blur of grey. The sound of water is constant. The gentle lapping against the shore, the slow drip from a leaf, the distant roar of the tide turning. It is the rhythm of this place, a pulse that has beaten for millennia. The water gives life, but it also takes it, reshaping the land with every ebb and flow. The light here plays tricks on the eye. It filters through the dense leaves in shifting patterns, creating a moving mosaic of sun and shadow on the forest floor. One moment, a clearing is bathed in brilliant, almost blinding sunlight. The next, a cloud passes, and the world is plunged into a cool green twilight. This constant shift between light and dark is disorienting. It hides movement in the periphery of your vision. A shadow detaches itself from other shadows and becomes a creature. A glint of light on the water could be the sun, or it could be the eye of a predator. Nothing is ever certain. This is a kingdom built on mud. It is not solid ground. It is a soft, treacherous foundation that can swallow a footstep without a sound. At low tide, Vast mudflats are exposed, glistening under the sun like the skin of a great beast. They are etched with the tracks of creatures that have passed in the night, the delicate prints of a deer, the deep gouges of a wild boar, the unmistakable trail of a crocodile dragging its heavy body to the water's edge. The mud is a record of life and death, a temporary history book that is washed clean with every incoming tide, ready for a new story to be written. The sounds of the forest are a symphony of the unseen. The air hums with the buzz of insects, a constant, low-frequency thrum that fills every space. Above it, you hear the sharp, metallic call of a kingfisher, the distant chatter of monkeys, the rustle of leaves that could be the wind or something else entirely. As dusk falls, the symphony changes. The daytime sounds fade, replaced by the chirps of frogs and the eerie calls of nocturnal birds. There is a sense of tension in the air, a feeling that the forest is holding its breath, waiting for the true rulers of the night to emerge from the shadows. Here, survival is an art form, and its greatest artist is a master of patience and silence. It moves through this labyrinthine world with a grace that defies its power. The Royal Bengal Tiger. It does not belong to the land or the water, it belongs to both. It is an amphibious hunter, as comfortable swimming across a wide channel as it is stalking through the dense undergrowth. Its coat, a breathtaking pattern of orange, black and white, is not a costume for display. It is the perfect camouflage, a design that breaks up its outline and allows it to melt into the dappled light of the forest floor. To witness it is a rare and humbling experience. You do not find the tiger, it allows itself to be seen. It might appear for a fleeting moment at the edge of a clearing, its head raised, its whiskers twitching as it tests the air. The power is coiled in its muscles, visible even in stillness. Its gaze is direct, ancient, and unnerving. It sees you not as a threat or a curiosity, but simply as another element in its world. Then, with a flick of its tail, it turns and disappears back into the shadows, leaving behind only the impression of its immense presence. The forest suddenly feels both emptier and more dangerous. Its life is a slow, deliberate dance with the environment. We see a deer, frozen in place, its ears swiveling to catch the faintest sound. It senses a change in the world, a subtle shift in the patterns of light and sound. The predator is close, moving with an impossible stealth. Each paw is placed with absolute precision, making no sound on the soft earth. The wind is a crucial ally, carrying the scent of the hunter away from its prey. The tension is a physical thing, a tightening in the air. Time seems to slow down as the distance between them closes, inch by silent inch. This is a realm where the hunter can become the hunted. The tiger itself must navigate the dangers of this world. A misstep near the water's edge could attract the attention of a large crocodile. A wound sustained during a hunt can become infected in the damp, humid air. The tides can trap it on a shrinking island of land. Every day is a battle for survival, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life in one of the planet's most challenging habitats. The beauty of the tiger is inseparable from the harshness of its home. It is a perfect creation of this chaotic, unforgiving, and magnificent place. The sky is the first to warn of the coming chaos. The brilliant blue of the morning begins to fade, replaced by a pale, milky haze that dulls the edges of the world. The air grows heavy and still. The usual chorus of insects and birds falls silent, creating an unnatural quiet that is more menacing than any sound. Far on the horizon, a line of dark clouds gathers, bruised and purple. It is not a gentle gathering. It is an army massing for an assault. The wind, which had been a soft whisper, dies completely. The forest holds its breath, waiting for the inevitable. Then, the first breath of the storm arrives. It is not a gentle breeze, but a sudden, cool gust of wind that rushes through the trees, making the leaves shiver and turn their silver undersides to the sky. It carries the smell of rain and distant, wet earth. The temperature drops noticeably. The dark line of clouds on the horizon has now consumed half the sky, a towering wall of churning grey and black. A low, continuous rumble begins, a vibration you feel in your chest more than you hear with your ears. The world is being transformed, shedding its tranquility for a raw, violent power. The rain does not begin with a drizzle. It comes as a solid wall of water, a deafening deluge that instantly blurs the landscape into a formless, grey chaos. The sound is overwhelming, a thunderous roar that drowns out all other noises. The wind howls, tearing at the canopy, ripping leaves and small branches from the trees and sending them spinning into the air. Lightning splits the sky in jagged, white-hot flashes, followed moments later by a crack of thunder so loud it feels like the world is breaking apart. In these moments, the forest is no longer a sanctuary. It is a place of absolute elemental fury. The storm is a force of both destruction and creation. It floods the forest floor, flushing out the narrow channels and bringing a fresh surge of nutrients. It tests the strength of the trees, felling the old and the weak to make way for new growth. For the creatures of this world, it is a time of peril and endurance. They seek shelter where they can, in hollow logs beneath dense thickets, or high in the sturdiest branches. The storm is a reminder that in this place, nature is the absolute authority. It builds and it destroys, and the life that persists here does so not by resisting its power, but by learning to bend before it. In the aftermath of the storm, the world feels washed clean. The air is cool and crisp, scrubbed of its haze and humidity. A brilliant, almost painful light returns as the sun breaks through the retreating clouds. Every leaf and blade of grass is jeweled with droplets of water, sparkling like a million tiny diamonds. The forest floor is soaked, and new streams have formed where there were none before. The sounds return slowly at first. The tentative chirp of a bird, the drone of an insect, and then build into a renewed chorus. It is the sound of life reasserting itself, a testament to its incredible resilience. Life here exists in a state of perpetual adaptation. Consider the deer, stepping delicately through the sodden undergrowth. Its senses are on high alert, its large ears constantly turning, its nose testing the air for any scent of danger carried on the post-storm breeze. Or the monkeys high in the canopy, shaking water from their fur and beginning their search for fruit. They move with an acrobatic agility, leaping across gaps in the trees that would be impossible for any land-bound creature. Every animal has developed a unique set of skills to survive in this dynamic and often treacherous environment. Even the smallest creatures display remarkable ingenuity. The fiddler crab emerges from its burrow in the mud, one oversized claw held aloft like a banner. It scurries across the slick surface, sifting through the newly deposited silt for microscopic particles of food. In the water, fish navigate the murky currents, their bodies designed to sense the slightest vibration. Every niche, no matter how small or seemingly inhospitable, is occupied. Life has found a way to thrive, not in spite of the chaos, but because of it. The constant change creates new opportunities, new sources of food, and new places to hide. This is a world in delicate balance. The intricate web of life is woven from the threads of predator and prey, of growth and decay, of sun and storm. The mangroves provide shelter for the fish, which in turn feed the birds. The deer graze on the vegetation, and they, in turn, sustain the tiger. The storm topples an old tree, and its decaying trunk becomes a home for insects and fungi, which break it down and return its nutrients to the soil. It is a cycle of life and death that is raw, unsentimental, and profoundly beautiful. To witness it is to understand the deep, interconnected rhythm of the natural world. As the light begins to fade one last time, the forest settles into the rhythms of the night. The sky bleeds from orange and pink into a deep, velvety purple. The first stars appear, bright and clear in the clean air. The sounds of the day give way to the calls of the night, a different choir taking the stage. The air cools, and a gentle mist begins to rise from the water, swirling around the dark silhouettes of the mangrove roots. There is a sense of peace, but it is a peace that is layered over a deep and ancient wildness. The stillness is alive, charged with the energy of all the life it conceals. Leaving this place is not like leaving a city or a town. You do not simply turn your back and walk away. It stays with you. The memory of the blinding sun and the deep shadows, the feeling of the humid air on your skin, the sound of the wind rushing through the trees before a storm. These sensory imprints become a part of you. The journey through this chaotic world changes your perspective. It reminds you of a time when the world was ruled not by schedules and deadlines, but by the rising of the sun and the turning of the tides. It is a powerful and humbling lesson. This is a world that does not ask for our approval. It is magnificent and terrifying, beautiful and brutal all at once. It exists on its own terms. Its power is absolute, its processes ancient and unstoppable. Standing at its edge, you feel your own smallness, your own transience. And yet, there is no sense of despair in this realization. Instead, there is a profound sense of awe, a deep respect for the sheer force and tenacity of life. It is a reminder that we are part of something much larger and much older than our own individual existence. The echo of this place will linger in the soul long after you have gone. It is the memory of the tiger's silent gaze, the roar of the storm, the quiet resilience of a single flower blooming in the mud. It is a journey into the heart of chaos, but it is also a journey into the heart of life itself, in its most raw and untamed form. These wild places are not just geographical locations, they are a vital part of our planet's spirit. And to have touched, even for a moment, that untamed spirit is an experience you will never ever forget.